Jack Ma's companies just lost $780 billion in 11 months. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Tech Hunt. Almost everyone is aware of the company Alibaba and its phenomenal success. However, it seems absurd that the company's sales just disappeared in thin air. Its CEO Jack Ma even lost over $780 billion in 11 months. Do you want to know the entire details? Keep watching this video till the end. You will be surprised to know that Jack Ma was on the verge of becoming the richest person in China. But unfortunately, destiny had a different path for the outspoken billionaire, as he went missing in November 2020. Let me give you a little insight into his venture Alibaba that rose from his apartment to a global online store. The company has emerged as a huge success in the world of tech giants. It even had more than 800 million users with e-commerce, cloud computing, and artificial intelligence services. It was quite known for its striking presence and attention-seeking stunts. It is hard to believe, but Alibaba had thrown parties for thousands of employees. Along with it, musical numbers like You Raise Me got serenaded. There are several reasons behind the monetary loss of Jack Ma's companies, including controversial speech. At the moment, the company aims to transform banking processes in China. It was indeed a huge step, as that would lead to shifting entire power away from traditional institutions. In October 2020, Ant Group geared up to commence the world's largest initial public offering in the stock exchange. Before this, Ma delivered a contentious statement criticizing China's financial sector to a crowd of high-profile personalities. He didn't return to the public eye until late January. There were rumors that he had been thrown under home arrest or otherwise incarcerated in the meantime. A few even speculated as to whether he was still breathing. You can sense the seriousness of this situation and that Jack Ma had bad blood with the Chinese government. Thus, it is no surprise that the company had to face adverse consequences after the same. The situation does not end here, as another reason comes into the picture here. The Real Internet Giants, a new two-part BBC Radio 4 series, hosted by Catherine Parsons, investigates Ma's personal space. Alibaba's founder had previously criticized Chinese banks for having a chess piece mindset. He further asserted that when it came to managing the emerging knowledge of online banking, the officials were attempting to apply the approach to run a railway station to handle an airport. As expected, such statements could not hide away from President Xi Jinping and angered him. As a result, there was a lot of chaos in the entire financial sector as everything came to a standstill. Shortly after, Ma and his inner circle were summoned to a conference with authorities, and Ant Group's IPO was put on hold. Ma's enterprise's stock prices plummeted, knocking off about $76 billion, 54 billion euros worth. Jack Ma was nowhere to be found after that discussion. So, the government scrutiny and external pressure caused Jack Ma to fall behind in the race quickly. We can certainly blame coronavirus lockdowns for surging the demand for online services and affecting it to an extent. The effect can be noticed in almost every venture in China. China's tech behemoths have suffered hundreds of billions of dollars in valuation in months. Tencent Holdings Limited, owned by Pony Ma, has plummeted 15% since November, and Wang Xing's meal delivery service Meituan had lost nearly a fifth since its peak last month. During late October, Alibaba's bank deposits receivables had dropped by even more than 25%. Let me remind you that these aren't just statistics to display the actual picture by a qualitative analysis. According to an expert, the anti-monopoly guidance and antitrust review are some of the most emerging signals. Issues certainly had an everlasting effect to date. Ma's issues began much like he was about to go general with Ant Group, a transaction startup. However, only 2 days before its planned launch in November, Chinese authorities halted what would be the world's biggest public offering. As we move further, the nation did not hesitate to impose extra limitations on the consumer lending sector. There were some new rules to cut down the dominance of internet giants and fine Alibaba for the same. Along with that, the closer lens of administration acquisitions and mergers accentuated the problems. The officials were keen to cover up their steps with absurd excuses. According to them, the government has the sole authority of keeping checks on daily operations and compliance. The merging up of global giants makes the huge task quite comprehensive. Even though few entrepreneurs added millions to their wealth, Jack Ma had suffered the most during that period. The situation is going to continue in the future as well. All thanks to China's pledge to increase the antitrust efforts and stop the disorderly expansion of capital. The government is determined to keep at the center of their attention until the correct times come up. According to China Renaissance's Pang, regulation of the technology industry will further increase domestic consumption. The post-COVID economy will also recover as the whole world struggles to do so. So it is clear that the nation is trying its best to shift its approach from a macro level to a micro one. What do you think about Jack Ma's unexpected fall in recent times? Let us know your opinions in the comment section. If this riches to rags story formed your interest, subscribe to our channel for more videos.